biofall, especially ones that are this old, there are grommets that go into the biofalls. That's actually like the thread, the female thread for the screws to screw into to hold the to hold the liner in place, and also to create a watertight seal with the silicone. When you have this age of a biofalls, sometimes what happens is those grommets will actually disintegrate, and this is kind of what the old ones look like. You can kind of see that they're all kind of crusty and rusty, and some of them are all broken apart and all that kind of stuff. This is what new ones look like. That's actually what they're supposed to look like. And what we do with this, you can kind of see right here, we got the holes in the back right along here. And what we do is we take the grommets that I just showed you guys, the new ones, and we replace the old ones, so that way we can re-seam this biofalls. Very common thing having to do on ponds and biofalls of this age, and that is why we always have these in stock in the shop, ready for us to go. So we are at the time in our process of getting our old liner cleaned and getting it prepped, so that way we can do our seam tape and our cover tape onto our new piece, so that way we can reseal our biofalls. I got my buddy Christian here. Say what's up. He is going to go ahead and take our denatured alcohol and is going to go ahead and get this liner cleaned up. This is our old liner, so you can kind of see all the cruddies and nasties and grossness that's on it. So he's going to take that denatured alcohol. We're going to get this as cleaned as possible. Yep, just like that. See how nice and black that is? He's going to get all of that nice and black, just the way that it was. And we are going to go ahead and seam on top of that. So that is where we're at. As we can see, Christian has got the liner as about as clean as it's going to get, and got a couple little spots I might have to, kind of fix up a little bit, but other than that, really good job, Christian. And what we're going to do now that we got this all clean, we're going to take our primer and we're going to prime this up, and we're going to take our, you can kind of see with a little white sticker right there that says seam tape. We'll take our seam tape and we're going to put our piece of seam tape on here. It is actually a double-sided seam tape, so we'll actually be able to seam right onto this liner. We got our new piece of liner right over there laying on the ground. We'll take that and we'll actually pull the sticker off the other side, and we'll put primer on our liner that's out there, and we'll do the same thing right here, and we'll put the liner right on top. And then we've got some cover tape, and we'll take our cover tape and we'll cover the cover tape. So that is actually how you seam liner. And bam, there it is. That is a fully seamed piece of liner. We got a new piece down there, tying it to the old stuff. We put a double-sided seam tape underneath that to tie the two together, and then we used our cover tape to cover up the loose part, where the seam happens. That loose little flap that's usually left over after seaming it together. Put our cover tape on top, so that way we don't have any failures or anything like that in the future. That is how you seam. Hey guys, what's going on? Christopher X here, Aquascapes, Michiana. Well, as you guys can see behind me, we are done with our pond renovation. It's about 4:35 o'clock right now on the third day We took the opportunity on this project, and I've got 3 new guys. This is their first year, and we really used this pond renovation to slow things down, to teach the fundamentals, and to actually have them get hands-on and reseal a biofalls and set their own waterfalls and all that kind of stuff. And everything came out great. We're just filling the pond up a little bit more because what we took out of the pond to put in the waterfall, now we're replacing. But I gotta tell you what, this thing is looking a million times better than what it did. So without further ado, I've already showed you guys what we've kind of done down here at the pond. Didn't really do a lot other than add a couple lights and do more of the item product maintenance lowering setup over here. But let me actually show you guys what we did as far as the waterfalls and the biofall hiding and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, here you go. So great waterfall right here. We got a great split coming off of this. You know, we got a splitter in the middle. Our 2 framers are higher, and we just got coming off. I went a little crazy with the moss. I know it doesn't look natural, but you know, it was my first attempt at it. You guys will see my second and third attempt. I think I did a lot better on the next 2. I think I just went a little bit nuts on this, but you know, I still think it's a great looking waterfall drop, and I mean, just looks a lot better than what they had. They had a whole bunch of shaly, flatty pieces, and they were kind of stacked up, and this whole stream was, you know, 6 inches deep, full of gravel, and this you couldn't even see because it was all bare liner from that rock right there to there, because it was set below the drop and it didn't actually let it come out and drop off the rocks like it is now. It looks a million times better than what it did. And then coming up this way, we got a nice little pooling area right here. She grows a lot of plants out of this, and we got waterfall number 1 right here. I mean, just looks great, looks natural. She could see every bit of the biofalls right here before. We put some plants up there that we propagated. I did a lot better on the moss, I think. And just all around, this is just so much better, so much more natural looking than what they had. It's got great flow off of it. Each one of these waterfalls has 4,000 gallons an hour pumps running to them. Just looks a lot better. We got a nice color changing light right there. Got the driftwood with some moss that I foamed on at that side. Just awesome stuff. And then we've got this one right here. This is actually a lot different in this area. It was actually this whole stream right here. This whole stream right here was about 6 inches wide. But yeah, we had liner all the way behind this boulder right here. So liner actually goes up and around that boulder and then down there. So I think this area was intended to do a lot more than what they had here. So we kind of opened this back up and put this nice waterfall right here. Kylan, one of my new guys, built this one himself. This was his first attempt. He even foamed it. I did a little bit of foam because I saw little spots that he was going to have problems, but for the most part, this was all Kylan's very first waterfall build right here, and he did a great job on it. And then, like I said, this whole stream was like 6 inches wide, so we kind of did what we could here and kind of brought this in, you know, and we're kind of curving around, curving a little bit more, and then sweeping it out. So this looks 1,000 times better than what they had. It was just a straight toboggan run too. We actually took a whole bunch of dirt out of here to get it to flow the way that it needs to. And then we've got waterfall number 2. Once again, just a great natural looking waterfall. You can't even see the biofalls back there. We hid the biofalls for her. And we got great flow coming right behind that rock right there, kind of off the corner. We got a little bit coming off that way, and just really awesome. We went really low right here because this is where their house is, and I wanted them to be able to see it from walking to their car right here. So we got another waterfall light right there. Just great naturalizing of a biofalls right here. My Kylan and Eric did this waterfall themselves. Did a great job. Christian, my other new guy, and I did that one. And Let me tell you what, these haven't been, this wasn't just a cakewalk. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world. We had some things go wrong, like all the grommets in the biofalls were all just disintegrating, so we couldn't really reseal them, so we had to get new grommets. So the guys had to learn new skills, learn how to put in the new grommets and, you know, then put in the silicone and reseal a biofalls the way that you're supposed to do it, because the way that it was done was not, it was very subpar. It was not up to snuff as far as CAC qualities go. And then they got to sit here and see how we can take an existing water feature that has just been ran down over the 15 years that it's been in existence and just give it a facelift that now it looks like a brand new water feature right there. Look at that. Looks awesome. Looks a million times better than what it did. And all I needed was a facelift. We didn't have to tear out the whole thing and redo it. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's kind of where I'm at. But we can do things that can enhance the appeal to it, to where it just doesn't look like it's sputtering around. Like, we can just do, you know, a waterfall rebuild or you know, that kind of thing, and just kind of take it back to what it should be rather than what it was. So without further ado, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and catch you later. See ya.